Hi. So this is a very genius strategy, and it's something we really need to talk about. Now, don't ask me how I landed up on a cosmetic and a beauty website, but the principle that they're using, the buyer psychology principle they're using in this website, is really, really incredible. I'm sure you're used to this idea of seeing websites where you go to the website and there's a 10% off or a 15% off coupon pop up. And obviously, what most people do is they click on the close button and they get rid of it. But what these guys have done that I think is super, super, super genius is that they are essentially saying, if you notice, pay attention to the lower half of the page, it's a floating element, and it says add four products to unlock 10% off. And what's really unique about it is that they are very specific in what they want you to do. So if you notice the right hand side, you have to get a prep, cover, set, and enhance. Now, they're not saying you have to buy it. They're saying you just have to add these products for the 10% off. You know what this does? It does something truly magical. If you, the average e-commerce, the average time on site for an e-commerce website is 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So this is like a broad range, long-term analysis that was done. And if you think about it from a marketing perspective, that's very little time. And if you really want to sell to your audience, you need a lot more time than 2 minutes and 32 seconds. And what's really genius about this is that this marketer has figured out a way to essentially stretch time. And what stretching time does, now there are a couple of ways of thinking about stretching time. One way is to say, hey, let's just buy more time, and that automatically will actually get more people to buy from us, because what's happening is you're slowing the user down. The biggest challenge that we have is not the fact that our products are not compelling, or that we don't have a good story, or that we don't have enough reviews. The biggest challenge is that the mindset of the visitor on your website is so short term that they don't even linger long enough to actually to actually even seriously consider you. Think about like a Netflix show. How often have you kind of seen a show appear, or seen a promotion on Netflix appear for a certain show, and started watching it, and within 3 minutes or 5 minutes said, I don't really like the vibe of this, and just exited out of the show? And think about alternate scenarios where you actually watch the show for like 20-30 minutes. You watch a couple of episodes and you really get hooked onto it. So this is just normal buyer psychology. So slowing people down or stretching time is like by itself powerful. And of course, if you're a good marketer, you will stretch the time and actually also have a really compelling story. But that's the name of the game. So what's really clever about this instance is that they are stretching time by essentially giving you an objective. So it's kind of like, you can call it gamification. However, it's very intentional, right? Because people that are coming to this website are looking for cosmetic products. So prepping, cover, set, and enhance, I guess, are foundational pieces of a set. And what happens is that as you start navigating it, so let's see. I will say there's a lot you can improve with this website, but I don't think that's the point of this video. So let's look at foundation, for example. Let's see what happens. So when you go to foundation, you go to the product page. What it does is it's already told you that this you've already kind of unlocked one of the items. So you can say, okay, well, that's cool. Okay, cool. So you kind of make a selection, and then you actually add it as a cover. Now this is not the best functionality, right? Because activating the cart thing. But now you filled one and you've got three more to go. And so you kind of go through the other categories, I guess. Let's see what happens. Let me do one more. So let me go to the product page. And actually, this doesn't even satisfy the criteria. Let's see what else is there. I don't want to make this video super long, but I'm hoping there's a better way of actually doing this. Great. I don't even know how this works. But I think the principle is that you kind of add 3 or 4 more items, and you've kind of unlocked that discount. And like I said, you're stretching time. You can apply this to your website as well. So obviously the context would change, but I think it's really genius. And again, when I say genius, I'm not saying it is like an award-winning concept. I'm saying that this is way better than the control. And what's the control? Control is showing a stupid pop-up saying, here's a 10% off coupon code if you give us your email address. We're so conditioned to close that's what we're competing against. I think this is orders of magnitude better than that. So I wanted to kind of share it. Thanks.